Hello, beautiful soul. This is a reading for the sign of Gemini, and we are going to be looking into love. So, Spirit, please, what does your Gemini need to know, look out for, or be aware of when it comes to love? Please and thank you. Ooh, we've got a runner, an addiction, a codependent. So we've got somebody, a runner from a codependent relationship with some separation and someone heartbroken. All right, Gemini. So, in our love relationship today, we have got a runner in a codependent relationship that may have a bit of fear of intimacy, potentially listening to their ego. There's been some sort of an addiction around this, like some codependency, obsession. Maybe this relationship has a block or a restraint put on it. And you're going through separation right now, Gemini. There's some sadness, there's missing. This is either you missing them, them missing you, they're thinking about you, and you're both pretty much, I feel, unsure of the future. You're certainly heartbroken. It's deeply hurt you. You're sad. You don't like this separation. So we've got separation out twice. Is there a breakup? We don't know, but you're definitely feeling lost, you're grieving, and you're mourning over this relationship. Okay. So we'll go into the animal oracle, well, animal spirit deck, and we'll find out what kind of energies you and your person are. Please, Spirit, can we identify the energies of the Gemini and their person at this current time? Okay, so we've got a zebra, we've got a swan. So I feel like we've got soulmates. This is to me, the swan indicates soulmates. Well, Gemini, we've got the zebra then. So the zebra is kind of an eccentric, creative, visionary kind of person. And zebras are like the most precious of gems when they are young at heart, kind of well cultured, and they have like an underlying curiosity about life. So being in the company of the zebra spirit, not only is it a delight, but also they kind of open our minds. Be prepared because their potent magic is contagious. You may soon find yourself in a faraway land, expanding your worldview while having a blast. Ooh, Gemini, that sounds interesting. When you're in balance, you're kind of worldly, enthusiastic, fashion forward. When you're out of balance, you could be jaded, pouty, and quite vain. To bring yourself into balance, an epic adventure or some art is required. I feel like the swan is your person, and because they're kind of like effortlessly creative, they're sensitive mystique, elegant in power. Because the swan represents like heightened creativity, and in Hindu mythology, the goddess Sawati, the embodiment of language, creativity, and artistry, rides on the back of this graceful creature. The swan is ready to take us there, to the fluid realm of writing, creating, and reflecting. This potent and healing energy is not to be taken for granted or taken lightly. So when your person's kind of in balance, they've got infinite creative power. And when they're out of balance, they might be agitated, snippy, and lacking some sort of vision. And I don't know if you've been around swans like I have, but they get very defensive, especially when someone comes and tries to well, I want to say it, but mess with their nest. I was going to say the F-bomb, but, you know, they are very defensive beings. And on top of that, swans, when a swan mates, they mate for life. So this could be a soulmate that we're dealing with here. I do believe that that's pretty much what this is reading about, because we have a runner in a codependent relationship, which is kind of got twin flames all over it. How this individual can bring themselves into balance is solo time and writing. So maybe you're aware that your person has been out away and having some solo time. And interestingly, the wolf came out, and the wolf talks about like family, like the guardian of a family, a tribe, maybe some sort of activism or ritual. So, I mean, a ritual could be a marriage. So I think that maybe the wolf's mission is to kind of uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. A healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching, religious or political studies. So this could be, I feel like this is both of you, Gemini. So you may have, you've got this energy of the zebra, you're kind of eccentric and creative, a visionary. The swan is also effortlessly creative. They're a sensitive mystic with elegant power. So you've got quite a lot going on here, Gemini, with your person. We do have a little bit of fire energy, a little bit of water, and a little bit of earth in here. So is that, sorry, let me just double check that. Yeah, we've got a little bit of fire, a little bit of earth, and a little bit of water energy going off here. This is really interesting. You might note that I did read from the book there, because I'm not very familiar with the animal spirit cards right now, but I'm trying my best to get my head around them. But I mean, like, the wolf is kind of, to me, the wolf is the only other being on this earth that can seek revenge. And especially when they're kind of in separation and heartbreaking. I'm going to ask the moon spirit to shine her truth on this situation. Let's find out what the hidden secrets are, please. Spirit of the moon. Octorius, a wish maker, lover's moon. Ooh. I think that's all we need for this one. On the bottom of the deck, we've got moonflower, which means kind of growth, blossoming, accomplishment. So that could be something that's going on for you and your person right now. Let me move these to one side. It's better. So Arcturus, what does Arcturus talk about? Well, Arcturus is about guardianship or guardian. It's about family and it's about support. So I feel that Spirit is saying that he supports this relationship, that there's this wish maker, there's possibilities, fulfillment and dreams that are going to come true. So we definitely have support from Spirit around this situation. So not bad. This isn't bad. It's almost like saying that, the relationship that you was in got kind of a little bit toxic up at the top here. We've got codependency out twice with the runner and the addiction. There must have been some sort of block around your relationship, whatever it was that happened. And it's like both of you are really, really sad, Gemini, missing each other, and you're both really sad. This sadness, it's just sadness. It's like we know that we've got soulmates, and we know that we've got family and creativity. There's creativity all over this reading around this situation. So we've got creativity, kind of twice here. So it's like you're being creative, your person's being creative, and it's all to do around loyalty and family with the wolf. Going back then to these first two, so these two here, Spirit's certainly saying, the moon's definitely saying that you have got a guardian, or you have support around this dream. There's a fulfillment that's going to be, or possibilities around this family. And then with the lover's moon, I mean, this is about, to me, this is romance, love, relationships. It's true love. So we not only do we have family, we have love and relationships, and we have dreams. So this is all really interesting. Let's expand this reading. I normally do this the other way around. I normally put these cards out before the moon, but we're going to go into this and expand the energy, frequency, and the vibration from the Astro alignment deck to try and bring this. Maybe we need to try and bring this relationship back into alignment, Gemini. I should probably put my glasses on. We've got your card, Gemini. Multifaceted, balanced, and curious. I should definitely put my glasses on. I'm going to put them on after I've flipped these next two cards. What else, please, Spirit? That's the energy. What's the frequency and the vibration, please? One more shuffle and then we'll split the deck. Here we go. Soul, consciousness, and mind. So this is about your soul and your consciousness, Gemini. Might be theirs as well. Like I say, soulmate. We have soulmates. What's the vibration, please, Spirit? Virgo energy. Analytically, this is a kind of analytically functional and efficient. So I think that when this relationship was great, it was kind of functional and efficient. And that's pretty much where Spirit is saying that it needs to be. On the bottom, we've got partnerships, balance, one-on-one relationships. This is Libra, justice. So that's kind of cool. We'll go now into the angels of heaven, see how they're helping you around this situation. The archangel of creativity, the guardian angel of creativity, and that's 3 times creativity's come out now. What else have we got? We have Archangel Raphael and the Angel Prince of the North and the Guardian Angel of Children. So let's go into the Guardian Angel of Children first. Well, actually, sorry. Let's go into the creativity one. So the Guardian Angel of Creativity, creative energy flows for you the more you choose to express your feelings. So Spirit's saying that now's the time for you to kind of express your feelings more, Gemini. The Guardian Angel of Children, you honor the precious child within you. You nourish and cherish all new beginnings. So the moon right now just happens to be in Aries, and as it's in Aries, it's now the time for you to keep an eye out for new opportunities and new beginnings. We have the Angel Prince of the North, which is to celebrate your uniqueness with joy and gratitude. So there's a time for you to start living your life with a little bit more joy, a little bit more gratitude, Gemini. And the Archangel Raphael. The Archangel Raphael, he strengthens you and he heals you by the power of divine love. Beautiful. So Gemini, it's we've got sadness, we've got separation. We have a runner. I feel like this is your person. They've run away from this because the relationship got very codependent. Maybe there was fear of intimacy, or somebody was listening to their ego. That could also be that could also have been you. You could have run away from it if you had this fear of intimacy. There was definitely an addiction of some description. Like I say, it was this actually, I feel like this could be the way around it was supposed to go. This is you and them. Either way, you can flip the roles as necessary. You have a runner that ran away from a codependent relationship, and the other person was addicted. They were also codependent and in an obsession. They almost felt like there was a possession here. So while one was listening to their ego, the other one was blocked, and vice versa. And that's not the greatest type of relationship to be in. Where should we put these? Let's put these along here, like that, so we can see these cards. Because we're going to go to the tarot real quick. And I am using my training deck that's got all the words and fandangled words and stuff like that written all over them. And that's purely because I'm resting my lights here at the moment. She has been getting hammered, so to speak. Spirit, please, for Gemini, what happened to this relationship? What went on? I've just seen Tower on the bottom of the deck, so I'd be interested to see if that card comes out. And the King of Pentacles has dropped on the floor. What happened, please, Spirit? Now I've seen the Lovers. But it hasn't fell out yet. Oh, we've got two there, haven't we? So we've got the Five of Swords. We've had arguments. They were kind of maybe almost fearless. We've got arguments, disputes. That's certainly, I feel like that's definitely something that happened here. There was maybe some aggression, bullying, intimidation going off, a lot of conflict and hostility, a lot of stress. Yeah, you can see, you got the Lovers on the bottom of the deck here as well. We have the Lovers let me hide them. Sorry, YouTube. We have got the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like we've had there's a love union it's definitely kind of degraded over arguments and disputes. And it's almost like this was an exciting relationship. It was an adventure. There was a lot of fearlessness around it at the beginning. And I feel like you probably both felt that there was going to be a lot of abundance and prosperity around this, and it could still be that way. We've got protectiveness, so maybe one of you was kind of overprotective. I think that's potentially what went on here. Or they was protecting their interests. There was an instability. Because fives mean that kind of instability. So there was an instability around this energy, the energy of prosperity and security. And I think that's why one of them walked away. That's what I'm hearing now. So I'm hearing that there was an instability, almost there was a conflict, a conflicting energy around safety, stability, abundance. It wasn't taking off anymore. So I feel like that's why it fell through. But we're going to ask, what's the Five of Swords all about, please, Spirit? What's the Five of Swords? So the Five of Swords come up in the reverse. I don't normally take cards in reverse, but thankfully these have got the reverse meaning, which makes it easier. It's kind of, there was lessons being learned, almost like despair. So that's why we had like arguments and disputes and conflict and instability. So yeah, there was definitely sort of lessons that needed to be learned here. There was despair, which we've got up here as well. So that's kind of making sense. What about the Page of Wands? Can we get some more on a Page of Wands, please, Spirit? What's the energy? What's the energy about? What caused the energy? What was the cause of this energy, please, Spirit? Sort of Five of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, so kind of could have been somebody that was left, one of you was left out in the cold. What is the energy? What's the Page of Wands about, please, Spirit? Split it. Gotta split it then. Love, emotions, an emotional awakening. So we've had lessons to be learned, an emotional awakening. There was something that was intuitive. We're going to have to ask a little bit more about that. Why the King of Pentacles, please, Spirit? Yeah, so the King of Pentacles, we've said that was around security. So they had to leave. They had to. You can see them. They had to plan their leave to go back to a community in order to. Well, we talked earlier on that to bring the swans into alignment, they need to kind of like be, go solo for a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So it's almost like your person, Gemini, had to leave you, had to take a trip towards an old community, maybe go back to a community or find help and support in order to, because there was a lack of security after these arguments. It's almost like she had to go into survival mode. Feelings were hurt. There's a lot of emotional, like an emotional awakening needed to happen. So what's next for Gemini and their person then, please, Spirit? What's next? What's the likely outcome for them? Freedom, release, taking control. So I think the first thing that shouts out really is one of you has to face their fears. And I think it's on this side. It's kind of weird how, the zebra is kind of your energy, and it's almost like I'm feeling that Gemini, it's probable that you were the cause of the arguments and disputes. It's like you had lessons to be learned, and you're going to release these now. You're going to face your own fears. The swan, I believe that's your person. So when we look at it in the way it's the cards are sitting, this individual's energy, they had to go away to recharge their energy. They had to kind of find their inspiration, because this is again creative energy, in order to heal or go on this emotional awakening. We talked about the wolf being family, and there's like that was abundance and security, but obviously that went a little bit awry, and you know, there was in order, it's like both of you had to go your own separate ways with the Two of Wands. You had to plan, or they had to leave comfort. You know, that's what a codependent relationship is very much comforting, and that can be quite bad. So they had to be leaving comfort in order to get help and support. Again, what's next for Gemini and their person, please, Spirit? Increase this energy for them. So one of you has to face their fears. One or both of you has to face fears. And because there's going to be happiness and homecomings, there'll be fulfillment. Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Inspiration, a creative spark. We've got creativity. What else, please? Seeing positives. The Five of Cups upside down. We've got Justice on the bottom of the deck. Karmic justice. Maybe there'll be some clashes of ego for a little while. I'll read these, I'll show you as I read them out. So we've got justice, karmic justice. There could be some clashes of ego whilst somebody faces their fears. But I think there's going to be progress once your intuition kicks in and your memories, love, happiness and success. There is some disgrace, but there's going to be a new passion. We've got the divine feminine with the King of Swords. So the divine feminine is going to be the authority. There's going to be a sudden change. It's going to be idealistic. Constructive criticism over some lies that was told. Yeah, that's powerlessness. So lies, I think that's actually what that's saying, is there needs to be honesty instead of lies, because if we don't have honesty and we continue, so what was that phrase that I heard today, Spirit? To do nothing is to make a choice. Is a choice. So to choose to do nothing is a choice. Yeah, there needs to be honesty. Idealistically, there needs to be honesty, because lies is going to cause powerlessness. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. So be generous with your resourcefulness. Because you've got choices. You need to have some grit and teamwork and self-reflection. There's got to be some sacrifice for these new spontaneous beginnings to take place in order for this breakthrough around a community and home. Wow. What a lovely little read there for you, Gemini. I think Gemini, so there is this, it's almost like we've got to release what happened. We need to be honest with our person, and your person needs to be honest too. This is a love connection. It is a soulmate connection. You are getting support from spirit. I think that you just probably need to Maybe you need to connect with spirit a little bit more to understand that. I don't know. You'll know better if you're getting messages from spirit or not. So there is this support system, this from spirit, this guardianship around a family. There's going to be wishes made. There's certainly, it's very possible. It's very possible to bring all this together. It's like, yeah, I mean, even the way that the moon oracles have laid out over the zebra, the swan, and the wolf here is that this is a loving family. This is supposed to be a very loving, romantic connection, soulmates, and that's why you're both in separation and heartbreak. There is a positive outlook here. If it's something that you are both looking for, if you're both wanting this relationship to take part, there is definitely something here for you. But you'll need to come together. And one of you, I would recommend the fact that it's your reading, one of you needs to face your fears and potentially be really, really honest. No lies, no nothing about, well, what happened, whatever it is that happened, whatever it was that caused these arguments and disputes, whatever's going on, that so like everything needs to come out, Gemini. And I think that's very, very important, because if you're hiding a truth, that is also a lie. So yeah, tough one. It's a tough one. It's going to take you time to you've got to get creative. You've got to be creative right now, because I think there's going to be acceptance. There is, like, I feel like your person, it once you leave the comfort, once you leave this comfort, there's going to be acceptance. I feel like you could both find peace in this situation and contentment. There is positives to have out of this reading. Like I say, we've got all these angels that are here helping you heal. They're not only are they helping you heal, they're helping you with your inner child. They're helping you to be creative, and they're asking you just to have a bit more joy and gratitude. And you maybe there's nothing to be joyful about a separation, obviously, but what you could take is gratitude for this lesson. And I do believe that this was lessons that needed to be learned, regardless of how much despair that it put you in, Gemini. Well, Gemini, that's all I've got time for today, unfortunately. If you've resonated with this reading and you like my energy, please join the community, and why not check out my earlier readings, as there may be information in there for you too. Until next week, cheerio.